This next take is very graphic in nature, yet, if you're still listening or watching, it's going to appeal to some of you clones. I know who you are. I know what you do. I know what you think before you think it. Hear me out. So, it's been a beef of mine a few times. In fact, by the way, it happened again this morning. It happened to me personally this morning again. So, it's been an ongoing beef, but it's getting really out of hand. Beef being this. I cannot believe how aggro and crazy people are on the road these days. And it's not just like a mere annoyance or aggravation. It's really scary. It's terrifying. Like, I never know what the other driver thinks. I've told you here in Cali, guys have jumped out of there. I've had multiple scenes that, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was really concerned. One dude followed me out of my neighborhood to a gas station, and I was trying to lose him. Like, I'm driving around, trying to lose him, and this dude was on me in a truck and followed me to a gas station, got out, and got right in my face, dropped a P-bomb on me. You rich P-bomb. And I thought he was going to go. Broad daylight. That one time I told you about recently, DJ and I were out to dinner, and I cut some guy off. And I did cut some guy off. That was my fault. But homeboy followed me off the freeway, and when I got to the bottom of the off-ramp, he was out of his car banging on my window. Like, it's crazy out here. It's not that there are specific reasons to go anymore. It seems like everything is a reason to go now, but especially on the road. Road rage. Road rage is all the rage. Like, I feel like even making eye contact with another driver in Southern California is enough for some of these other drivers to want to go. Like, I looked at that guy the wrong way. Oh, now he wants to put his fist through my windshield and into my face. Like, I have seen crazy bleep out here on the roads. Now, having said that, it leads me to this, and this is going to get really graphic. I have never seen anything nearly as crazy, nearly as wild, nearly as disgusting as the incident which went viral this week. And it went down just outside of Philly. And you know what that means. Things are about to get very nasty. Things are about to get wild. Check this out. This lady, who apparently got cut off, decided that an appropriate response to the person who cut her off was to get out of her car, walk up on the other car, jump on the hood, and start defecating all over it. I'm not even kidding. If you're going to say, hey, Rome, pick or it didn't happen, no problem. There is video of it because somebody else in the intersection filmed the entire excremental, I just made up that word, excremental ordeal. Check this out. Wait for it. All right, so if you're listening on the radio, you're just hearing a lot of noise and chaos.
Yo, the bitch just shit on her car.
If you're watching the stream, the color that she left on the hood of that car, you know what? The only time I've ever seen something that color was back in the day when we had bear spray in Montana. Bright orange. Bright orange. What this woman did, she got, I'm showing it on the stream right now. Look at her. She gets out of her car, goes over to the other car, and weaponized the Rhea. She actually weaponized diarrhea. She's like, the Rhea is undefeated, so why don't we try it on this other jerk's car who cut me off? Just so I'm so clear on this, she took a dump on the other person's car. She got out of her car, walked over to the first car, and took a dump on the hood.
A car.
But it wasn't just a dump, it was straight Rhea.
Diarrhea.
Help me with that mindset. How would it ever even occur to that person to think of that? Who would ever think to crap on somebody else's sled? And why don't we just break this down for a minute? The Rhea, the use of the Rhea as a weapon. The RIA control is incredible. Who just has, okay, did she just dial up the RIA on demand and use it to spray in retaliation? I have never heard of retaliatory RIA before. This is a really important aspect of this to me. Was she able to level up, find another gear, and dial up the RIA on demand? Or, like, is it a setting? Did she flip the RIA switch? Or was she currently carrying some sort of virus? Did she have the flu already? And thusly, was it already locked and loaded in the event of some sort of personal attack or somebody disrespecting her? Like, you looking at me. You looking at me. Go, go, bam! Have some. Some RIA, I mean. How about this? So what do you think the other, okay, if that's an appropriate response to getting cut off, bombing in with some RIA, what is your response to the person who came bombing in with a RIA? This person, I think, was so shocked, all they did was lay on their horn. I love how the person driving the car getting crapped on just lays on the horn in self-defense. But clearly, if that lunatic has it in her to blast diarrhea all over your sled, a horn is not going to deter her at all. I'm going to just say, if somebody jumps up on my hood and starts spraying hazardous waste at me and my car, I'm going Dukes of Hazzard on her diarrhea ass, and I'm going to hit the gas. I'm either going to throw it in reverse or I'm going to hit the gas. Now you tell me, what jury of any of our peers is going to convict anybody of doing that? Convict them of what? Vehicular manslaughter? She's weaponizing her RIA out here. That's like chemical warfare. And you want to send me to prison for driving her off my hood, for blasting her RIA onto the hood and wrecking my paint. And you want to send me to jail. You want to send me to jail. How about you get her the damn chair? How about you give her the damn chair? Have you ever seen what bird crap does to paint? Bird crap. The acidity in bird crap. I mean, it peels the paint right off your car. The hell does human diarrhea do to your car paint? Diarrhea. Philly, yo. I'm a little surprised that the other driver, instead of leaning on the horn, didn't just break out a couple of slices of Wonder Bread and throw together a fresh crap Sando, because it doesn't get any fresher than that. They got a name for her too, apparently. The Delco Pooper. They've glossed her. The Delco Pooper. And if you watch the video, man, she is really happy with herself. She couldn't be more pleased. Like, yeah. How you like that? Tell me how my ass tastes, literally.
Tell me how
well,
my ass tastes.
It backfired. I say give her the chair, but they arrested her. Come to find out after the fact, yesterday, she was arrested for that incident, the excremental ordeal. And the quotes that she gave are absolutely priceless. According to TMZ, she actually bragged to the police that, quote, "It was a clean poop. I didn't even have to wipe." End of quote. Well, why didn't you just say, you know who the hell I am? You know who I am?
Poop in the ice cream, or was
I'm the
that just
Delco
straight
Pooper.
diarrhea?
Hey, why are you arresting me? Why am I getting the silver bracelets? It was a clean poop. I didn't even have to wipe. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You wiped with the hood. And when they asked her why she did it, she told them that the other car's owner called her a, quote, fat bitch, end of quote. And that I, quote, wanted to punch her in the face, but I pooped on her car instead and went home. End of quote. I'm sure she would have much rather you'd punched her in the face. Everybody's got a plan. Like Mike Tyson famously said, everybody's got a plan until somebody takes a dump on your car. Incredible. There's even arrest footage. Check this out. Here's the pooper getting arrested. Roll it. Look at her. She's
Can you
laughing.
tell us what happened?
The lady chased me. She chased me and I asked her not to attack me.
She chased you?
I have a sickness.
You said she chased you?
Yeah, she chased me. And I got out and begged her to stop.
Nothing better to do. Listen to her side of the story.
All right, so I don't know if it's coming from the media or if it's just coming from neighborhood people, but did you hear the one, what did you have to eat that day? Did you hear the other one say, don't you have anything better to do? And her defense was, she chased me. She chased me. I told her to stop. She chased me. So I took a big-ass dump on her car.
You have a big dump.
And then when she was asked, what did you eat? What did you have to eat that day? She said, no, I've got a sickness. I've got a sickness. Well, what kind of sickness? Like the flu, or you're just sick and twisted? Because look at the mugshot. If you're watching on the stream, she's smiling from ear to ear. It's like a yearbook pic. That's a mugger right there. That's a mugshot. Like she is thrilled. So, I mean, so many questions. When you say sickness, do you mean like mental illness? Or do you mean like you were physically sick? Or both? Because whatever, you got to be really sick to come with the retaliatory diarrhea, and especially on command. And again, the people in the background, that one guy yelling, what did you eat that day? What did you eat? Something orange, man. Some curry, maybe? I don't know. Something that did not agree with her that came out orange. Pretty good question. Also, at the very end, there's a lady, like, you heard her. You got nothing better to do? You have nothing better to do? Listen to her side of the story. First of all, she's telling multiple stories. Second of all, she took a big dump on somebody's car. Is there really going to be some story that justifies that? I don't think so. Here's my concern. We always know that when somebody does something and it's effective, there are copycats. I'm worried about internet copycats. My fear has always been, and Janet and I always talk about this, you never know what the other person is going through, what the other person has going on in their life. Don't agitate some psychopath who might be packing. I've already experienced it here in SoCal, right? A couple times dudes have gotten out and wanted to fight. And what if it's more than fists? What if it's more than hands? What if they're packing? My fear has always been, I'm going to run into the wrong person at the wrong time who's packing heat. I never, though, thought they might be packing the Rhea. I mean, damn, do we need to mandate that you get a permit to pack the Rhea? Like a concealed Rhea permit? Is there a cooling off period? Do you need to wait 14 days before you're allowed to pack the Rhea? Did she get to the Rhea range for a little target practice? You know, when the target comes back to you on that string and you see how you did? Does she wear orange goggles before she blasts orange Rhea? I get that the world's completely jacked up. I know people do jacked up things to one another. What I don't get is an individual thinking, oh, you want to try me? You want to follow me around? You jacked with the wrong person, yo. No, I'm not going to let these hands go. I'm going to let these bowels go and take a big dump on your car. Even worse, man. Hey, she's not embarrassed. She is proud. She is pleased. And I'm going to tell you something else. If you've got that club in your bag and you're that effective, I mean, she hopped on and off. If you've got that club in your bag, I'm guessing that is not the first time she's ever used it either. I wonder what this is classified under. Would this be considered a hit and runs? You've heard of Montezuma's revenge. Now you got Philly's revenge. Man, the garden hose on your driveway is not going to be enough. If it's me, I'm driving that rig off a cliff into the ocean, and I'm leaving it there. I feel really, really badly for the uninformed, innocent car wash employee that diarrhea victim is going to drive up on. The car wash attendant's going to be like, Hey, yo, what can I do for you? Yeah, I think I'll take the Super Platinum Special. Whatever's your top of the line wash. Cool. You want the sealer wax? Yes. In fact, run that bleep twice. You want us to armor all your tires? Never mind the tires. In fact, never mind the car. Can you just focus on the hood and the front grille? Hey, you're the boss. Whatever you say, no problem. You know what that sound is? That's the car wash employee sniffing.
Lighter.
Pretty gnarly mud you got there. Been off-roading? Yeah, something like that. You could say it got soiled.
Yo, the bitch just shit on her car.
I'm telling you, anybody else is corking up to prevent leakage. This psycho has her Rhea holstered and she is ready to empty the clip. Speaking of clips, can I see that one more time? At an intersection, walked over to the other car and just blasted it. All right, fine. Don't show it again. Do you know this morning, if you're watching on the stream, it's incredible. Thank goodness somebody got video of that. Bam! Right back to her car. Anyway, this morning, I go to Starbucks like I do every single morning before the show, and I try to get my nitro, and they don't have the nitro, and they try to say, hey, we're really sorry, Jim. Here's a cold brew. It's just iced coffee. I'm like, that won't do. So now I'm running late, a little bit on edge, find a drive-through Starbucks that's nowhere near there, and I'm pulling in pretty quickly, and this car is coming out, backing out, even faster than I'm pulling in, and I'm on my horn. The car's going to hit me. And it's a beater. And there's no doubt in my mind it's going to hit me. It's good because they're not paying attention at all. It's going to slam into my rig. So a bad morning is about to get 100 times worse. I'm on my horn hard, probably 10 seconds. And immediately I thought, oh man, what if that person gets out and takes a dump on my rig and diarrhea blasts
You have
me?
a big dump in your
What if they're already copycats? That honestly went through my mind. I was no longer worried about getting the hands. I was no longer even worried about a Glock. I was worried about the Rhea. A real thing. Anyway, I told you that next take was graphic in nature. She got arrested, and her mugshot was like her senior year high school picture. It is gnarly everywhere. Man, can't we all just get along? Can't we all stop spraying each other with diarrhea? Is it too much to ask? You, Delco Pooper, look at her. Does she look like she's sorry? I've never seen anybody so happy to get locked up. She's proud. Why do you keep showing her? She's proud. Like, good, come and get me. Yeah, I did it. I'll do it again. You cut me off and you follow me around, that's what you're going to get. Well, yeah, but also cuffed, dummy. It was a clean poop, she said to the cops. I didn't even need a wipe. Why am I arrested? Because you took a crap on somebody else's car. Quote, look at the headline. It was a clean poop I didn't even wipe. No, why would you wipe? You were pissed. The whole point was to drop a Rhea blast on somebody else's car. Sure, that cop's like, man, I've seen and heard everything now. First of all, inherently, it's not a clean poop because it's diarrhea. There's no such thing as clean diarrhea. It's diarrhea. That's the whole point of diarrhea.
Diarrhea is the great equalizer. Think about it.
Clean. Anyway. That was so absurd and so disgusting and so nasty, I violated my own rule. But as more of a PSA, there are people on the road that have that in them. They will do things like that. Sick, man. You are right. You are sick. You are really sick.